Hello, 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 beautiful Sins of a Solar Empire fans. Welcome to the final match of round 4 of 4 Power 2 Balance. Here we have on the left Expandieren und Auslöschen. I had Google Translate teach me how to pronounce that, and I'm sure I did it perfectly this time. And they're in the orange and red here, so we have
Mining upgrade complete.
Scheißdampf, who I will refer to as the orange player from here on out. As the Tech Primacy, the piratical loving faction, and then we have Geiger's the Vasari Exodus, which I actually haven't checked the numbers, but I think this is the less popular of the Vasari factions, which is fascinating to me. Anyway, Vasari Exodus, a higher emphasis on mobility. Of course, you have the planet destroying thing, although that's hard to pull up, especially on a map that is not that generous with the number of planets. So it'll be fun to see. We've got some high mobility, some interaction with pirates, and we do have a pirate faction in play here. And then over here on the right, we have ThirdFeather. This is my third or fourth time casting the game with them, so I'm getting very familiar. The Cyan player playing Advent Reborn is Aqua, and then the gold player playing Tech Primacy also is Wakey. Shuriken is kind of a fun map. It is smaller in the sense that there are, like, the phase lanes are shorter between each other, and then you do have a fair number of jumps between the home planets. It's 9 or 10 depending on the circumstances. But the fun thing with Shuriken is you have these lanes that right now are open between each player and their ally, and then one of their enemies, and then of course you can cut through the middle. So right now we're looking at 3 attack lanes that the players potentially use with each other. But if you advance time forward, you see we have in each attack lane, we've got a couple planets that are going to switch positions, and it's going to break up some lanes, and it's going to form new ones. And so you've got this interesting situation where when you colonize forward on the when you colonize your forward planet, then it's actually the map is going to push it towards your opponent. So you're going to have, I mean, I'm showing between allies there, but the same effect happens where it's getting pushed toward your opponent. So you have an interesting defensive / offensive conundrum. One of the things they advertised when they were talking about Sins 2 was these orbits, using them as like a surprise attack vector, and Shuriken definitely opens up to that kind of shenanigan. All right, we've had time for the Vasari player to pick his cap ship. So let's go ahead and see what everyone's openings are kind of looking like. So we're going to start with Aqua, why not? Starting with mostly hostility research. We're just heading into increasing supply, that makes sense. And then we're getting Tempests. So with the missile attacks, that's cool, love that. And then the opening cap ship, I'm going to tell you before you say it, Rapture. Aqua loves this ship, loves opening with it, and the domination ability. We've talked about this in previous games, but basically the Rapture is a really good point swing ship. The downside of it is you do have to pay a tax and getting a missionary vessel to colonize, but it's such a quick swing where you are picking up ships that you're taking away from the enemy and instantly putting in your army that, I think it works out, and obviously it has worked out in previous games. So let's have a look at Wakey, putting more early emphasis into econ, looking to get some influence, which makes sense because we do want to go be friends with our little pirate friends. And then we are just looking at increasing supply, and we just did auto cannon damage. Standard stuff, normal stuff. Opening with an Akan battlecruiser. This is a very normal opening from Wakey, who we have seen in previous games does favor the strong rolling economy. It'll be interesting because there isn't a lot of back colonization to do during the land grab phase. It'll be interesting to see if the Expandieren und Auslöschen is able to punish that. Coming over to Orange, I see you. We are doing an early emphasis on military tech.
Military research complete.
Yeah, and so, sorry, I got very distracted there.
Civilian research complete.
We are, okay, so yeah, we've just got provisioning autocannons, and we're building armor and more defensive properties on the ship. So I don't read a lot into this just yet. With tech, their main defense is their armor, and armor is nice because it is a percentage reduction on attacks always. Shields have their hit and miss thing, hull points start having it, but armor will protect you at all times. And it's kind of what the tech is good at. So I think early improvements to armor is good.
Civilian research complete.
Coming over to Geiger.
On the loose.
On the loose. All right, these are my precious, beautiful Vasari. Geiger a little behind in tech advancement, but we won't worry about that for now. I assume we're doing provisioning here. Yeah, so they're increasing their supply cap, and then we've got.
Empire.
Oh no, sorry, I was seeing that wrong. All right. Looks like he is going for a little bit of the influence. But let's take a look at the old cap ship. So we have the egg. Okay. So we've immediately got 3 cap ships open. This is a pretty aggressive way to open, especially the Desolator. It does have that you launch missiles, and that should always be the first ability you take on the Desolator. But the Desolator, its other 2 abilities are planet killer abilities. This is a planet killer ship. And then we have the Marauder, which is more of a support ship. So this sort of tells a story of wanting to do some early aggression. And so I wouldn't be surprised we want to see those 3 cap ships just get rammed down Cyan's throat here. That's going to be fun. I'm excited to watch how that's going to play out. Where are we sticking our ships?
Preparing for phase jump.
Yeah, okay, cool. So let's, and let's take a look at our micro factions here, our minor factions. So we have Pranas United. They're a little bit more tanky, turtly, where some interesting stuff between Pranas and Shuriken is that you can have Pranas, you stick the hard turtly buildings on one of these mobile planets, and you don't have to worry about the mobility to defend it quite as much. And then the pirates, of course, I think our tech players are both going to try to romance those pirates. Let's have a look-see. So, do we have early romancing pirates from Wakey and from the orange player? Not yet, actually. He has the influence for it, but I wonder if his attention is just elsewhere right now. Fair enough. All right. So we have the colonization patterns. I really like seeing this from Aqua. So we'll go over, switch to Aqua's point of view. I don't know how much he knows about his enemy here. So he does have some scouting, but this is an aggressive colonization pattern. In 4X's, I like doing this. We're basically painting with a broad brush. You are either colonizing defensively backward or offensively forward. And so this is higher risk because you are running a risk of conflict with your opponent. But because Aqua got here first, it's a challenge basically being said to the red player, like, hey, if you want this planet, come take it. And then once you have these borders established, it tends to be easier to defend planets. And so you get some defense structure up, then you colonize in the back here. Are there reasons to colonize economically first? Yes, sure. However, on Shuriken, I do really like this aggressive pattern of colonization. Red also kind of colonizing toward the front. Orange, more of a defensive pattern, taking the planet behind. Same with gold. So both of our human players standing back a little bit with their colonization patterns, and then our aliens, which I don't know if the Advent technically count as aliens, being a little more aggressive with each other, and just Aqua kind of winning that race. Cool. So let's jump a couple minutes in, and let's see what we got going on.
Our forces have engaged the enemy. Civilian structure complete.
So we don't have a conflict between Cyan and Red yet, although that is inevitable. I'm curious how much Red knows about this forward colonization. Oh no, he can see it. He scouted it, so he knows this is happening. And the question is, how is he responding to it? So his fleet is on the other side of the galaxy. This is risky. So if his forces are here, yeah, everyone's jumping forward there. So this is actually even kind of an awkward situation where Aqua could potentially do an early attack here. However, I don't think Aqua is set up for an early attack. We do have the Rapture. We don't have a second cap ship in yet, although it looks like we're building...
Commerce upgrade complete.
No, wait, I'm misunderstanding what I'm looking at there. Ignoring that. But then we have... excuse me. Do have a significant supply advantage for Red. Looks like Aqua is putting a lot of investment into those Tempest vessels, so we're going to probably see missile-related upgrades here. Yup. So basically wants to have really effective missiles. That's, yeah, I mean, that seems pretty good. And then we're looking at a lot of just baseline economy stuff. Going for the influence. Who's he trying to romance over here? Pranas United. Okay, so he might be going for a thing where he's trying to establish defenses on a planet. Oh, okay. This is an aggressive posturing for that fleet. We're going to see what happens with that. Gold and orange also moving toward each other. I'm guessing this is just a colonization effort. I don't think they have plans to murder each other just
Civilian
yet.
structure complete.
Orange does have some pirate ships there,
colonizable
which
planet
is
has been
early
discovered.
tech. Did you like that? Early tech? So
Military
really the
structure
only fleet
complete.
I'd say it's kind of out of position here is
Place of
Red's.
eye.
Item completion
Making sure
confirmed.
that, yeah, they're allied. So taking this planet is an interesting choice when you've got an enemy that you know is breathing down your neck like this. Aqua now has pretty good scouting information on Red. I'm really interested in the positioning of this fleet. Really interested to see where that's going to go. Whoops, we were selecting the wrong planet. They're still in this aggressive. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is actually a pretty early attack because this is Sins of the Solar Empire, where 18 minutes is kind of an early attack. So Aqua scattered it out. He saw that Red is not in a good defensive posture to answer this. Red has no defenses here, and his fleet is way out of position. So we've got Orange is coming in to take this middle ground. Gold has a fleet there to meet him, but now we have this disaster cooking where Aqua is just coming in and annihilating this planet. So is this a mission of conquest, or does he just want to destroy it and move on? We do have a missionary here, so this is probably for conquest. Surely this red fleet is going to turn around. Oh, see, we even had the scout here. Oh, the red fleet is so badly out of position. And then Aqua came in, got to see all of Red's nudes, and was like, oh, I see how this goes. And so I think this frozen asteroid is going down. I think Aqua's going to take it without much challenge. And then if he can hold that, that is a significant economic dent on Red, especially if Aqua can then start colonizing behind it. So the Red Fleet is moving in to defend, because what choice does he have? He's not going to get here in time to save this planet, but he might. I mean, he's going to be able to hold the primordial.
Research complete.
So Aqua at 210 supply, Geiger at 302. So Geiger does win a toe-to-toe fight here, but just being caught out of position like this, Aqua is going to take this planet. Not a lot of bombardment here, which I get that like bombardment ships are not popular. They're out of vogue.
Right. You're
But
twisting me arm. Done and
oh no, okay,
dusted.
well we do have the
Civilian structure complete.
oh no, sorry, I misreading that, because we have the, I was like, why are there tech ships? Because we have the
Our fleet is under
Raptor
attack.
stolen ship abilities. So let's see what Red is doing here. Surely Red wants to answer this. Yeah, we're moving fleet in position. It's curious if he's going to take the time to line them up for a proper, like, organized jump in, because he's going to lose this planet any second. If I had one criticism of this attack by Cyan, which is a brilliant attack that is working very well,
Warfare research complete.
is the bombardment he brought for, like, for early game, only having the cap ship to work on bombardment is a little bit rough, unless there was some sort of organization with his ally here, because now we have gold and orange locked in this fight. So this might have just been like, hey, I'm going to get red out of here. So let's take a look at how this fight is going. We've got 209 to 186 supply, pretty evenly matched between orange and gold. The cap ships look like they're doing okay. There's
Hostile forces are sieging
the
our
battle cruiser here is doing
planet.
okay. And then what do we have going on here? We probably have the fight going on. Oh, what? Oh, I got it all turned around. That's my bad. Okay, so, okay. So Aqua's moving into this uninhabited planet, but then Red is going to jump in and do nothing. So Red has an option to go chase after Aqua's ships and protect his homeworld, or potentially jump and start counterpunching Aqua in his territory, which would be a very high-risk thing, because essentially then they're offering a base trade. Okay, so Gold has chased off Orange here, so this is absolutely huge for Team ThirdFeather. They've
planet
won
is
two
ours for the
significant
taking.
engagements here.
Planet
What is Red
lockdown
going to do in
complete.
answer to Aqua's invasion here?
Right.
It looks like he's
Twisting me arm.
still actually trying to.
Done
Oh,
and
he's
dusted.
taking the planet back, which is sensible enough.
Upgrade complete.
Aqua's coming back to engage this fleet. Okay, so we've got Aqua. Where are we doing? Okay, so Geiger we're almost 400 supply. Aqua we're just under 300. So Geiger does have the fleet advantage here. Aqua coming in from an awkward position. He could be locked in by
Done and
Red's fleet.
dusted.
But what is actually on this planet?
Our
We've got.
forces have engaged the enemy.
They're pretty evenly matched forces, and so it's hard to say where the Red Fleet is gonna. Where is the rest of the Red Fleet? Is a good
Another
question.
planet
Oh, we have a
joins
pirate
the
raid
enemy.
called in on that planet, and then
Vengeance is a cruel mistress.
Gold is just going for the throat here, taking advantage. So we've got basically two pretty epic 1v1s taking place at the moment. Gold has a huge advantage here, probably going to mop up this orange fleet. We come in here. How are our ships doing here?
Let the bidding
Okay, so the Rapture is taking a hit. These cap ships look like it's safe. Looks like Aqua is going on the retreat, which is probably wise in this case. He's already put Red on his back foot, and this fight would turn against Aqua pretty quick. It'll be interesting to see if there's pursuit there. And then we're going to come in here. We'll see how we're doing here. So we do have the capital ships are getting targeted here. The armor's compromised. She won't last long. I think she'll be okay. So, okay, the battleship here in a little bit of trouble. We're down to our armor. How's the fleet squad here? No, Gold. Gold is taking a pretty commanding win here, so I think Gold is probably continue this incursion into Orange territory. Is Red moving in to pursue Aqua on the other side? Looks like... Wait, did the Rapture go down? Did the Rapture go down? Whoa. Oh, Red killed the Rapture. I wasn't expecting, I thought she was going to get out of there. Killed the Rapture, taking the loot. That was a big swing for Red. Okay, so Aqua got a lot of damage there, but I think Red actually ended up with the advantage there. So we've got Aqua at 222 supply, Red at 464, and Red is now up a capital ship kill, which is say Red already had more capital ships, so we'd had high quality ships there. But on top of that, with the fleet advantage and killing that opening ship, so it loses all the experience and levels. Okay, so with the Radiance, we're looking at more. This is more of like a supporty ship. Yeah,
Exotics have been unveiled by our scryers.
It's more of a supporty. It does have the. Am I being dumb? Am I being dumb? Hold on. Why am I calling this supporty?
Exotics have been unveiled
No,
by our
it's
scryers.
good and killing.
Exotics have
The
been unveiled by our scryers. The Unity has fallen silent on one of our planets.
Yeah, okay. So no, we've got the Radiance here. Is
Civilian structure complete.
kind of a flagship move in. It's taking control of fights. It's not the killiest ship we've got here. Now, what is interesting, we do have this all in on missiles. And I don't know if Red is doing anything to like respond to the heavy missile usage by Cyan here. But we've got now Red, huge supply advantage. Oh man, killing that Radiance was huge. Red is turning this around. And we have so many of these social defensors. They should be able to shoot down those missiles. This Red force is like custom built to destroy the Cyan force. This is really a problem. Man, this turned around. Okay, stop it. There we go. Okay. So Red pushing back here. Oh, all this advantage that Cyan gained here is disappearing really quickly. Gold's attack is going well, so basically where Gold is picking up momentum going into Orange's territory, we have Red has completely turned things around. Now, we do have a blue fleet, Cyan fleet building up over here. It looks like... Yeah, we just got defenses from Cyan over here. But Cyan does have a decent sized fleet here. Where is our capital ship, Cyan? So where are you? Yeah, we are taking detonate antimatter, which is good because that's a good anti-capital ship ability. Although it looks like we are way back here out of position. It looks like Cyan's actually trying to colonize backward. This looks like sort of a damage control attempt, where Cyan is attempting to take more territory while Red is just cutting in. I don't think this ends well for Cyan unless they manage to turn this around. The high number of missile ships flying into the defensors is a real problem. Not having capital ship support here is a problem. Now, what they have done is they have occupied Red's fleet so that Gold can do a horrific amount of damage over here. So Gold at 600 fleet supply to 240 from Orange. My goodness. Okay, but Red is going to be this sort of unstoppable hammer because we've got 300 for Cyan and 530 for Red. So essentially, we have, you can't see my hands, but I'm demonstrating very well with gestures, that you've got basically them pushing in opposite directions, some sort of a yin-yang of murder and mass death. These defensors are just cutting up these missile ships, and we have the cap ship support. So, what do we have gone? So the Sentinel.
Our forces have engaged.
Need to refresh myself on the Sentinels. Yeah, okay, so they're also anti-microcraft. That should perform okay against the defensors. It's more an anti-missile attack, which, like, on average, anti-missile attack is going to be pretty good against Visari, although here we have the Visari going for the little swarms of lobsters, and which is exactly what they needed against these Tempests. I want to know where our cap ship is. Wait, is she here? No. No.
Done and dusted.
Yeah, this is just going to be an absolute disaster for Cyan. Where? Okay, no, Cyan is just trying to sort of establish... I wonder if we're building up defenses on one of these planets here to sort of hold the line somewhere. Probably a lot of
The
defenses
Unity
here, I would
has fallen
imagine.
silent on one of our planets.
Place your bids, you scallywags.
No, not a lot of defensive structures for Cyan here, so this there's not much that's going to stand in Red's
Another
way.
planet
The
joins
best
the
option they
Unity.
have is probably for Gold to kill his ally fast. So we do have the base trade that was being threatened before. It's just not going in the way that we imagined, because here we have Gold pushing into Orange, and it is a can Gold kill Orange before Red can kill Cyan. This,
It's transcendent.
yeah, let's have a look at Gold's point of view here. So Gold, we do have those high level, well, those mid-level cap ships. We're getting ready for our ultimate ability on the battle cruiser, which, as I recall, on this one is Armistice. So that Armistice is not going to be what turns us around.
Next time, place a bid.
Finest hour could very well be, but they're not really trying to murder each other cap ships right now. It's more just about taking superiority by killing the little guys. We do have the, well, that's not actually that standoffish of a position. No, all right, they are putting the hurt on this here Orange battlecruiser, but oh man, okay. So let's come on over. So Red and Cyan are engaged here. If we don't have any cap ships here, then there's not really much to watch. It's just Tempest getting absolutely murdered by defensors. Gold is retreating from Orange here, which is not what I wonder if this is going to help an ally, or if it's just that these defenses did a good job holding this back. Oh, there's some red structures here too, probably ordered in by Pranished United. Because Red can't build those, but Red knows a guy. Yeah, went after Pranished United to send in those ships. Putting some into the Jiskin Expeditionary Force. We didn't really talk about this before. That is actually a pretty good play for Visari and kind of anyone, but with Visari it frees you up for like more aggressive cap ships. Okay, so here we go. I guess it frees anyone up for more aggressive cap ships. Visari is just what I'm accustomed to playing. Okay, so we have this kind of unstoppable fleet of fencers. We do have the Radiance battleship here. The quality of ships here is just way too high from Red. Cyan doesn't have a lot they're going to be able to do about this, but this Radiance is going to be the one to watch. We've got the antimatter detonation, which actually could be pretty clutch. So I wouldn't use it on the Desolator. I might consider the Cortal Devastator, although the Cortal probably used its ability already. Yeah. And so I think the Egg is actually the best option, because the Egg has that 1-2 punch of Gravity Warhead and Subspace Rupture. And so we do have Detonate Antimatter ready to go. Let's see if Cyan's going to use it. Oh, but Red is getting ready to jump out of here. If we can get that Detonate off, that will be pretty big. It's not gonna like kill Red offhand. Red's just starting to stay away from the Starbase, which does make sense. But Radiance, can you get in there? Can you detonate the antimatter? It doesn't look like we're actually even going for the detonated antimatter. It looks like we're gonna let Red make the jump and maybe, oh, they're going toward the homeworld. Oh, they are going to be one jump away from Cyan's homeworld. That is going to be a problem, because we have Cyan spread out, has like too few forces spread out over too many planets. Almost double the supply for Red. Yeah, Cyan needs to make something happen here, or Gold needs to make something happen, but that retreat was not encouraging. So let's see how the Gold-Orange battle is going. So with Gold, we've got 600 supply. Orange, we've got close to 400. Gold does, Gold can still win here. This is a pretty strong defensive planet where, I don't know, it seems like Gold should be able to push through this, but we're hitting the point where can Gold possibly push through it fast enough to free up resources to go help their ally. So let's have a look. Okay. Let's take a quick moment. We're actually just moving at normal games because so much has been happening in this game. Oh, Red taking this asteroid. Okay, and then just pummeling more of these Advent ships. This is a huge problem. They're getting ready to jump to, I assume, the homeworld of Cyan. Right?
Military research complete.
You won't let me highlight it, but it's the homeworld. I can tell with my sixth sense. All right, so we've already taken the planet. We don't need to stop to colonize. Yeah, Red is going for an absolute throat punch here. We're going to hit Cyan's homeworld. Now, we don't have homeworld win condition turned on, so this isn't like going to end the game immediately, but this would be a devastating blow. It would effectively take Cyan out of the game, assuming both players continue to progress normally from their positions. Already, I think Cyan's in huge trouble. Because we've got really low fleet supply. We've only got 4 colonized planets. Our tech is low. Like, Red is way ahead of military tech. Almost twice as many planets. Almost twice as many ships. Like, this is a huge bully of an opponent pounding on a lower strength enemy. This started so promising with Cyan's attack into Red, but then it just got flipped around with that clutch kill on the Raptor battlecruiser. So
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
why don't I recognize that ability? Is that from the Starbase? All right, big cloud of purple scary energy.
Shields. Civilian structure complete.
So here we go. Okay, so we do have the egg taking quite a pounding here. Not as much punishment going in on the Radiants because they do want to get that Starbase down. I don't know how I feel about that decision, but I get it because if the Starbase goes down, that's sort of it for the gravity well. But that's a lot of time where Cyan has like full firepower shooting into your guys, because until you go into crippled right here, the Starbase is basically functioning fully. Now they really need to move off of the Starbase and take down that battleship. Looks like they're not doing that. I don't know if I like this choice from Red, and they're about to lose their armor on Larkitra, which is, of course, the Desolator. I don't know about these targeting decisions. This is so Cyan's taking advantage of what I think was a full tactical mistake here. The defensors should be able to handle those missiles, and you can see they're not really getting into connect. But the defensors need to move on top of these capital ships. There's a chance we even lose the Desolator here. They put so much firepower into the Starbase and didn't even kill it. Like, oh, okay, they're turning around, they're coming around to go on the aggressive again. They're just moving out of the Starbase's sphere of influence, which was, I think, the right move from the first. And now we're putting the hurt on the Radiants, but we'll see how it goes. How is our supplies in this well looking? So we do have, oh no, I mean, Red is still absolutely swamping Blue with superior supply. The defensors really could be absorbing that missile fire. Rather than moving them over the capital ships, they should move the defensors right over the Tempests, which would sort of nerf them there. Oh, yeah, there we go. So the Tempest have more or less been taken out of the fight. They're just bringing a lot of damage to go on the Radiants. Starbase is coming back because, of course it is. They're designed to be very hard to kill. I think the positioning from Red here took us a moment to get here, but this is brilliant. The Desolator's in a good deal of trouble. I'm curious what this Essentia is doing. I didn't see who the target for the detonated antimatter was. This is a huge problem. Okay, we're going to quickly check on what gold and orange are doing. We've got a large orange fleet moving to the south to retake some of this territory, or not retake, take for the first time. Gold, I'm not sure what gold's plan here is. This looks like just trying to get map control in the middle, but all the action right now is happening on the home planet of Cyan, where we have 3 Visari capital ships moving around more or less unchecked. They're staying out of the range of that Starbase, which is great. The Radiance is, I mean, it's still up. Why is Red leaving is an interesting question. They just want to, I guess Red doesn't want to do the killing blow anymore, but we're going for more economic damage against Cyan, which is okay. I think Red had this if he wanted it. Oh yeah, but we were seeing Red ships get really punished there. So they're down to about even supply. Red does have higher quality of ship, although they are on the verge of losing the Desolator. I understand this retreat. You don't want to lose that Desolator. And then the Defensors are dropping. Oh, no, they're not dropping, they're leaving. Oh, this is a problem for the Desolator. It goes into crippled. Oh no, that's going to be, oh. So basically the Visari are now down the firepower of a cap ship. They might lose that cap ship. We'll see if Cyan's feeling aggressive to go for pursuit. This is Red continuing to move over as, oh, they're trying to consolidate an attack on gold is what that seems to be. Fascinating. So basically we've left a big bloody hole in the middle of Cyan's empire. And so Red is like, well, I'm just going to keep tearing open your body and move toward your ally who is hurting my ally. Interesting plan. I think red could have killed cyan here, but instead is choosing to go, it looks like, take pressure off of their orange ally. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely crazy. So cyan just trying to take that territory behind him. I think this is the right play. We don't really want to do a fair fight with the red fleet because the red fleet still is in an advantageous position, and they've moved out of the sphere of influence of cyan. And so, wow, my gosh. All right. So let's check in on what everyone's doing. What a non-stop murder fest that was. So Aqua, understandably, tech sort of locked in the third tier. We've got low ship count, low planet count. Aqua is bleeding. But in contrast to what I just said, Aqua has stopped the bleeding. Aqua called the HOA, told them about the damage done to their empire, and it looks like they're going to get time to repair it at the speed of an HOA, which is, say, very slow. Aqua is not out of the game, but is going to need to do some serious recovery. And so, with red moving in, let's have a look over. Gold doing phenomenally. Do we have any weird techs here?
You missed out.
Going for a lot of trade. Going for military stuff, so we jumping up to the missile boat, which is, yeah, it's a good ship. It's a good ship. They're getting shields onto their flag frigate.
Exotic resources have been
Oh,
located
just
by
on all the
survey
frigates. That's my
teams.
bad. Okay. They're still allied with each other. So Gold has a lot of saved up influence here. It does look like the Norin and Pranas to turtle up, which actually is probably the right move when you see a whopping big red fleet knocking on your door. If he can just sort of lock this planet down with Pranas United's help, that means potentially this fleet could go in and continue murdering Orange. If he can just hold red here, this will be huge. This is, I do not envy the decisions that the Gold Cyan team has to make right now, which is named ThirdFeather. Nailed it. All right, so we've got Orange. Most of our research has gone into military tech, and it looks like it's mostly quality of ship, although the Harka that's a beefy ship, but then mostly it's about raising ship quality is what we've been doing. We have 7 planets, which is absolutely respectable. Looks like we've been making friends with Pranas and pirates. Those are both consistent with what we've seen. The Pranas has instrumental in holding this planet, which if this planet had fallen, that might have been the end of Orange altogether. Oh, speaking of which, wait.
Civilian research
Yeah,
complete.
no, this looks like a pretty serious attack.
You twisted me arm.
So Orange has a decent sized fleet. I don't know how it's going to compare to Gold's. Not really.
Hostile forces have arrived.
We've got loads of defenses on Galanthus, which is sort of the bottleneck. Okay, so let's see how this is going to go. We've got... Orange does have, I mean, the bulk of their fleet here. No, I'm sorry, about half of their fleet here. But they are doubled in numbers. We've got loads of missile boats coming in from Gold. So it looks like most of the focus here is we do have lots of missiles. We've got, tons of missile boats coming in from Gold. And then we don't have anti-missile tech in Orange. So these missiles are probably going to do just a punishing amount of damage. It doesn't look like we're trying to snipe cap ships. It looks like we are focusing on just gaining superiority over the gravity well. Where we're just, well, okay. I mean, this capital ship, no, they're not even punishing it that much. It looks like they're just, the smaller ships are engaging with each other while the capital ships look on in disinterested sadness. The number of missiles here and the lack of anti-missile tech from Orange is going to be a problem, I think, although it does look like they're going to push this back. It looks like they're going to push back this attack. Again, I do think Gold could have won here, but it looks like they're just not willing to pay the cost. Is it because we have a red fleet knocking on their door? So we have... oh, yeah, we actually don't have much in the way of defenses here.
An allied colony has been lost.
Yeah, but red, red is moving to deal with the Cyan fleet that's coming in. So this is, while this isn't directly an objective fight, they're fighting over an asteroid, an uncolonized asteroid gravity well. This is kind of interesting because we do have Gold pulling back. Whoa. We got a pirate galleon. Good job, Red. Oh no, okay. So this, I think the Radiance is going to get out of there. She's going to be okay. So huge win for red here, but again, we weren't fighting over an objective directly, because red now basically has won the right to go attack gold without interference from cyan. Cyan kept enough of a fleet. Let's have a look here. Cyan has 400 fleet to red's 800. So look, obviously in a toe-to-toe fight, red is going to take the win, but red looks like he's going to go back into pursuit into attacking cyan, which is not a bad move, especially because gold was clearly getting ready to respond to a red incursion here. So now the question gold has to answer is, do I go help cyan or do I push back against orange? Orange, massive fleet gathered here. Yeah, we got
civilian structure complete.
Yeah, so gold is just making this a rock hard defensive point, and is currently the only asterisk entry to their base. Okay, so here we have red going in for what looks like an attempt to kill cyan, although so red does have both the quality and quantity on cyan here, especially because was I not here when the radiance went down, or is the radiance somewhere else and alive? No, she's somewhere. She's just not here. So red, I think, easily cleans up this fight. The defensors, they have been whittled down.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Why are they showing up in different... Anyway, all right. So the Tempests... Well, no, they're still... I mean, the defense are still going to keep those Tempests in check. Basically, Cyan needs to rethink his strategy here, because he's put a lot into these missile boats, and Red more or less hard countered that. It'll be interesting to see what Red is building in general. So, looks like we're doing a ton of oppressors, which... I don't remember the Oppressor's PD situation was like. I don't know if that's going to cancel the missile boats as much, except that it's just a really good ship, and it's really good at killing stuff. So, I don't know. Red feels like, they can kind of do whatever they want. And Cyan just has to deal with it, because Cyan has to get so much kill efficiency out of their relatively small fleet. But we do have a large... it's just 20 oppressors. So red just, we're done with finesse, we're done with counters, we're just gonna build a sledgehammer and hit you on the head with it. Okay, and then what are we thinking in the way of tech? We are going for ship quality, we did go for those oppressors, and then we didn't do much in the way of econ or defense. That makes sense, red has been on the attack almost this entire game. Cyan understandably going into more econ defensive stuff, but it looks like we're actually still staying in the tier 1 tech. I remember we had repaired factories. Where was it? Yeah, all right. So Cyan is really cornered here. Red on all sides. Let's have a look at what our other players are up to at the moment. So we have a massive fleet from gold, so we do have this sort of Cold War here. I assume these two know what the other person is up to. Okay, so Orange doesn't know about this huge fleet massing here. Probably not enough scouts in the area. Oh, they're about to learn. They're about to learn. So we got 760 supply going into the 600 supply, but we do have a strong defensive build-up here. Well, I don't know. It's 5 Gauss platforms. I think gold takes it in that case. Red trying to amass these fleets. We're linking up the surgical... Come on, nurse, hand me a scalpel. We're linking up the scalpel with the sledgehammer. It's a sledge scalpel. A scalpel hammer. And gold, I mean, I don't know what's going wrong with these attacks, but gold just seems like they just need to push the attack. Maybe those robotics cruisers are getting like crazy effective. No, but we even have more of those for gold. It seems like gold just pushes this and wins whenever they want. I guess the concern might be with red, and gold maybe doesn't know where red is, but surely gold does know where red is, because red has been attacking gold's ally for ages and ages. Yeah, so we know that we have giant red fleets here.
Our fleet is under attack.
Yeah, so, okay, our fleet is under attack. Did we jump in? Oh. No. Looks like we're sending...
Our fleet is under attack.
Looks like it's reinforcements trying to head for Cyan or something. Maybe just taking the planet. Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, we devoted a capital ship to this. A very killy capital ship. Okay, so here we go. Here goes the final confrontation between orange and gold. I say final, I don't know. So let's have a look at what our ship layouts are. So very heavy focus on missile boats from gold, and then just heavy cruisers and repair from orange. I think gold definitely takes this. The Gauss cannons just aren't going to be enough. We do see a lot of hurt going on the coal battleship here for orange. We see a fair amount of damage being taken by this coal battleship by gold. So yeah, I think in terms of both ship quality and selection of ships, I like this for gold a lot. This battleship getting absolutely murdered with tons and tons of these skirmishing missile boats, and then a bunch of LRMs bringing in just punishing damage from the back. I don't see how gold gets out of this. Like, I think this is going to be a decisive battle right here. Oh boy, so then it looks like maybe they timed their attacks. Yeah, well, red going in. Look, this is also very killing blowish from red. It seems all in, but I do want to come back to this planet because this is where... Oh, gold jumping back away! Man, gold did in fact back off. Gold managed, or orange managed to hold it. So now we do have red here pushing. Oh, that is... Okay, so I really thought gold was going to take that, but this might be a really, really bad because now... Okay, and then, yeah. So, Cyan GG's out. That's it. So, that is the win going to Expandieren und Auslöschen. What a game! Just absolute murder from beginning to end. There's so many what ifs about this. Like, Cyan had such a promising opening invasion here. It would have been interesting to see how that goes. If gold had held here and managed to take this planet, I think that would have been very different. But, you know, if things had been different, they'd been different. Really exciting game, really high-level players beating the ever-living crap out of each other. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to see you in future games. Bye!